Topping news, good news for the country as the government has hit its fiscal target. That, according to Minister of Economic Affairs, the Honorable Michael Halkitis. Our Jolanda Thompson-Everest has more in tonight's top story.
Minister of Economic Affairs Michael Halkitis discussing the final budget outcome for the fiscal year during the Office of the Prime Minister's press briefing, confirming that the government closed with a deficit of 0.5%, well within the target range of 0.3 to 0.7%. He also provides details on key areas of government expenditure.
Those figures were driven by strong revenue performance, growth in the economy, as well as containment of expenditure. They also point to some success in our efforts. You might recall that we expressed concern about the collection of revenue related to high-end real estate, and we've seen some improvement in that, and those have been reflected in the last quarter of the last budget year, as well as the first quarter of this year that will be forthcoming very soon.
Minister Halkitis notes the government releases monthly, quarterly, and full-year fiscal reports, confirming the latest figures reflect the full year. He also addresses concerns over accuracy, explaining the data goes through a review process before publication.
We publish them bearing in mind that organizations such as the IMF, such as S&P, such as Moody's, such as now Fitch, such as all of the banks that invest and private investors that invest in government securities of the Bahamas study these numbers, they rely on them, and so it is never even in the contemplation of this administration to do anything with numbers.
The minister was also asked about the shift to a deficit and spending trends dating back to July and November.
But we are encouraged that we are able to achieve these results without any increase in taxes, cuts in public services, etc. And so we intend to continue to push.
Most importantly, the minister adds that the government is encouraged to have achieved these numbers without any tax increases. But as the work continues, he emphasizes they do not intend to be complacent.
When we initially did it, we classified that as an expenditure. When the IMF came in and did their review, they sat with us and they said, listen, this is rightfully an investment. It doesn't need to be expenditure. So we removed that $25 million from expenditure and put it below what they call below the line. It's an investment. And so I think the entire figure was about $37 million. 25 of that was for CAF, and then the rest was just a combination of other minor revisions.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Jolanda Thompson-Everest.